Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we'll allow and give leeway to Nsikan Netima to give her presentation. Please put your hands together for her as she comes up.
Very big thank you to the speakers who have spoken before me. I apologize for coming late. A very big thank you to, I heard you, Mr. Nicho, and Mr. Nsikan. I really learned a lot from all you said. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Sincerely, I did not really come here to give a lecture. I almost forgot about this event because of the whole craziness happening in the country. I have been deeply pained, so I almost forgot until Emmnauel called me last night. So I will not be speaking with a slide, but I'll just do my thing. I came here to discuss the silent cries of the millennials, their fears, their hopes, and the entrepreneurial truths that they should know. I call them hacks. Hacks that you can survive with as an entrepreneur. I came here to speak to the young people here because I know we're actually doing, we're going to be celebrating some people who won the essay competition. So I know there are younger people in this room that probably need to be spoken to. And I came here as a mother. I said again, I came here with questions. In truth, like today, the young people, I have interacted with a lot of them. I work with a lot of them. I do a lot of programs with them. Most of them don't have dreams anymore. They don't have the zeal, that we used to have in those days. Like when you tell children, what do you want to become? Say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I don't think there's anybody in this room, sincerely, that wants to be a lawyer, a young child. And I say that categorically because they have found that the money is not there. So everybody now, all they need is show me the money. So if you waste my time, you're talking to yourself. Just show me where that damn money is. Forgive my French. So when I look at the problems, where do they really come from? I scaled through university. I studied at the University of Calabar. I did linguistics. I did not have any intention whatsoever to be a linguist. But I found myself in that class. I did a diploma, I did a degree, and I came out as a linguist. In real truth, if they told me in my class that becoming a linguist, there's money in it because you can actually end up working in an embassy or just be a language interpreter and make a lot of money. I wasn't told those things. We're just learning a course to get a degree. I was just taught the origin of languages, and I came out. And when I left that place, I became a banker. It had nothing to do with linguistics. So I was thrown again into a new field of learning. So my question is, what's the point of university if it does not lead you to where you see where the money is? If it just messes your brain, puts it together, and sends you out with a degree, and you start combing door to door, looking for what to do, not looking for where to practice what you learned. What is the point? The second thing I'm bothered about is who are the people teaching them? Who are the people teaching them? Do these people go back to renew their educational mindsets? Do they go back to school? Do they travel out? Do they do exchange studies? Do they do all that stuff? Or they stay in university and cycle in what they taught the last person that finished year one, to the new person that joined that same year one, to the next people, they teach you the same thing over and over again. So by the time you are in the final year, you're still asking yourself, what will I become in life? You're still asking yourself, where is the money? So in my own entrepreneurial business or whatever it is that I do, I try to show people where the money is. That's basically what I do. And being a grant writer, being a business plan writer, having worked in the financial sector, having helped people to get funding here and there, I basically just want to show you where the money is. I don't have time. I'm very restless. The second question I'm going to ask is, who are their role models? Who are they looking up to? I usually have a fight on my social space. I don't care who clicks the like or not, but I know they see it. I have a problem with you putting someone who has nothing to do with entrepreneurship as someone who leads the children on entrepreneurship. So by the time something serious should happen, they don't get to know. Because as I speak to you now, a very few of us are screaming on social media that federal government has opened up the door for you to register your CAC for free. Very few of us are screaming that. Some people don't even know what we're talking about. That you can actually register and get a CAC certificate right this month for free without spending a dime. Federal government is doing that. But then some of us do not know. Why? Because some people are not making the noise the way it should be, but they are paid to speak to the young people. There is something called the Survival Fund. I'm talking about this because I'm part of that team, and I need this to pass through whoever is here and listening. In a few days from now, we'll be giving out grants to 450 people per association. And I don't know if my friend Lucy is here. We could only find, at the time we're doing registrations, 5 registered associations in Akwa Ibom State. What I mean by registered associations, I mean the ones that are registered as CAC. I don't mean the 1 million registrations we have at the Bureau. And why? Because we don't know that we should actually organize ourselves in groups, and register and form real groups that could lead the young people and the old people to a successful end. So once you stand up and go to the ministry and you have one association coming in, you run around your community, you say I have a association, and I don't know what contributions you make. By the time has come for this thing to be funded, it is not, because that thing is not registered the proper way. So I want to say here, if you have an association anywhere and it's not registered in the CAC, I think you should gather yourself and start doing that. Association, by what I mean by Welders Association, Hairdressers Association, Tailors Association, all that grouping, all those artisans, I think it is time to gather together so we can gain from the federal government. I want to believe that Emmnauel is represented and they asked to. I want you to know that the entrepreneurial department you created should be deeper than what it is. The second thing the other thing I want to ask is, how do you even get these youths to listen? Because the noise of social media, the noise is too much. So how do you even get them to listen? The stakeholders here that are listening to me, I just ask you these questions: what are you going to do to put these people to be able to do different? Because sincerely, I'm standing here before you, I have experienced quite a lot. I try to see if someone else can experience that with me. And I close my ears to the noise. My kid is here to tell me I do not watch television. Very, very rare. Quite put it on to hear what's happening, I switch it off. I don't watch TV. Because the noise can deafen you. I will not allow you to focus and become what you truly should be in life. Because you are here worried about the elections with Donald Trump. How is that your business? So how do we now create the mind shift for the kids and make them to see that for real, what I should learn while I am still in this university is a skill that should save my life during the rainy day? I will say that because even after I read linguistics, I am still a tailor. I can wake up in the middle of the night and still sew. I'm a digital marketer. I can do whatever it is I want to do online. I have learned how to automate so many things that I don't even have to do things I don't want to. So how are we going to start opening the doors to allow such structures to come into the schools for us to teach these children? So they don't come out and continue to add to the number of unemployed youths that we saw protesting. Because those people were not thoroughly engaged, most of them. And the ones that were engaged, they left their jobs and did that and went back. But you can see the rest of them. Something is wrong. And I will also want to add, because I personally have changed government over and over again. So if you're a government person here, I have a message for you. You go and tell them. The young people are restless, they are hungry, they're distracted, they're confused because they're not engaged.